G'day everyone and welcome to episode 100 live and over the top from Movie World in Planet Coaster. Tonight is a celebration of over a year's worth of work that has all led to this moment tonight. And with celebrations already underway, guests are counting down to the opening ceremony where you'll be able to download the park yourself. But first, let's kick off episode 100 the only way I know how and look back on the journey we've shared over the past year from episode 1 to 100. Hang on a minute, this is episode 100. This isn't the video people are expecting. It's meant to be more grand and epic. Where are the explosions? Maybe less explosions. Let's just take it back to the beginning.
G'day everyone and welcome to my first ever Let's Build series. This whole project started with me wanting to remaster my Superman escape ride, which quickly snowballed into this bigger project that I thought it'd be cool to upload and show you what I'm up to.
So there you have it everyone, the park is officially yours to download right now. The link is in the description. Please go and check it out yourselves. Comment what you think, play around, have fun. Make sure you share what you create inside the park. But most importantly, just enjoy it. This is my best way to say thank you to you guys for sticking with this for the last year. It has been a journey in itself. But I'm very glad to be handing this over to you. So as you can see, I went a little bit over the top with the presentation, but I felt like it was fitting after spending a year together that this was the only way I thought would do it justice handing it over to you. So for now, the rest of this video will pretty much just be doing a walk through the park, riding the rides together, playing around in the park just for the next half an hour or so. So if you wish to avoid spoilers, just pause the video right now, come back later and watch it after you've experienced it for yourself. But if not, we're going to head back to earlier today when the park was completely empty, and we're going to do our own private walkthrough with me, obviously, and we're going to ride the rides, walk around the park, just have a chat, talk with each other, and yeah, just enjoy it together. So to wrap up, this was Movie World inside of Planet Coaster. Thank you all so much for watching, but most importantly, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Of course, it wouldn't be official without that. So welcome to your official walkthrough. So this is pretty much what you'll see straight away when you download the park. Is you'll be placed straight into the front entrance. And as I said before, I'm not sure how long this walkthrough is going to go for. It's pretty much just going to be us rushing around, riding all the rides, as I said. But let's get underway. So I'll try to keep the movements to a minimum. I tried to do the Teji cam with the first person guest thing. If you see me pause like this, it's normally when the game is saving. So my advice for people downloading the park, if you see it saving, stop what you're doing, because if I don't stop, the park will crash. So if you see me stop, I'll try to edit that stuff out, but if I can't, then it is what it is. So here we are in the, well, what I believe is the heart of Movie World, as this is pretty much where I'll spend most of my time when I'm there, because it's mainly these rides here that I'll ride over and over and over again, and then maybe Scooby-Doo, and probably once the Wild West falls, but that just it's rarely open whenever I go. So we're pretty much just going to go and follow the path, sorry, that me and my brother mostly follow when we go to the parks, and it's literally straight into the park, go and put our stuff in a locker, and then we just move straight onto Superman Escape. So that's what we're going to do right now, is just go and ride the ride. I've updated now all of the ride footage to obviously suit my ultra wide monitor now. Obviously when I filmed all them videos long time ago, it was just in that old format for YouTube. So it's interesting now to have a more range of view for my computer to try and process. So apologies for the frame rates. So pretty much this ride is a big goal of mine. That's probably going to be one of my next videos, is updating this ride, but I'll talk more about that next. So we're just going to ride it straight away. We don't have to go up the main entrance for our rides. We just jump straight into the exit queue. So we'll ride this, and I'll talk to you after.
Attention, attention. The earthquake tremors are increasing. Move the train to a... This is maintenance. We have reports of severe tremors in the main subway. Proceed with caution. The tremors are getting worse. Continue to Metropolis Station as quickly as you can. Earthquake alert! Earthquake alert! Do not stop at Metropolis Square. Repeat, do not stop at Metropolis Square.
So as I said, that's pretty much my number one goal after this video. It'll probably be that ride there is remixing it and trying to make it more updated and more suited to fit with our Scooby-Doo and our Wild West Falls, because I feel like I've learned a lot about how to create rides and stuff like that, and I think I've gotten a lot better as a builder in that sort of aspect, but we'll see what happens. We're pretty much just going to go around to the Arkham Asylum coaster now. It's really sad to think that this is gone now. None of this is here. It's all finished and it's pretty much all been demolished. So it's interesting to see that I've pretty much recreated something that's going to be disappearing. It's very weird to think of what's going to be here. I know some roller coaster pieces have been spotted in the car park of Movie World, so it's going to be interesting to see that whole process starting to be built. But yeah, no, it's going to be interesting to see if maybe you try to recreate this part of the park, or I probably will take a stab at it later on. But yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see what people do. So without further ado, this is the Arkham Asylum coaster, formerly known as the Lethal Weapon. So yeah, definitely a fun ride. I know anyone that has ridden it definitely remembers the sore shoulders and the sore neck you would have for the rest of your time at the park, because yeah, that ride was ruthless when it came to smashing your head against the side of the restraints and stuff like that. So sad to see it go, but yeah, it's this dueling coaster is going to be very interesting. I think the only thing that makes me think about it is I've seen a lot of other dueling coasters around, like I know with Universal and sort of stuff, where first it starts out like dueling and it keeps going and going and going, and then all of a sudden one side goes and the other side doesn't, and it's just that sort of process. So as I said before, we're pretty much just following what me and my brother do when we get in there. And we pretty much just go to Scooby-Doo. Last time we went to Scooby-Doo, it was completely gutted. It was so weird to see it, of all like the roller coaster pieces and stuff like that, pretty much just sitting vacant. Like it was just weird to see. But yeah, no, it'll be interesting to ride it now and see what they do with this big update. Hopefully they watch these videos and they completely gut it and just put a new roller coaster ride in there. But yeah, this is Scooby-Doo Spooky Coaster. such a fun ride to recreate. I think that was really the benchmark of when people started to take this this build like very serious. I know a lot of people were waiting for that ride, and it was so fun to finally finish that. So it's going to be cool to see what you think when you actually ride that coaster. So moving into the DC Supervillains Unleashed, I think that's what it's called now. Sad to see that the Doomsday Destroyer is only working to half of its capacity now, but I know that that's been a very weird ride for people. It's only for the acquired taste. I think we only ride it once or twice when we get there, because it's, yeah, you just feel sick afterwards. But I wanted to try and make this part of the park as interactive as I could, and just have it to where guests would walk around. And I don't think I would stand on this drain personally. I think that this stuff kind of freaks me out to try and think of like a guest standing there. I think I timed this really well, because I think that yeah, it'd be so funny to see guests running and stuff. I could imagine just sitting on a bench watching people get jump scared by this huge crocodile. So I'm pretty sure it comes up soon, I think. There you go. So it'd be very funny to watch people get drenched and to be very scared. So as I said, this part was designed to be as interactive as it could be. And obviously your episode 50, I think it was, reward was the Doomsday Destroyer to download. So it's cool to see that people checked that out and really liked it. So obviously this part of the park is for you to enjoy at your own leisure, I guess. I know some people will probably skip most of this and just like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know what you'll do when you download it, but pretty much I know this whole build started as it was peak thing that we can't talk about. I don't think you're allowed to say it on YouTube anymore, but I knew that me or my nieces and nephews couldn't get to the park, so they love playing this. They love getting in the game and just walking around. I literally recreated this whole park for them to be able to go and visit the park whenever they want to and play around and do all that sort of stuff if they feel like it. Look at that shot. Like, it's so cool. Hang on, let's just go back. Look at this. Ready? This speed up. It's this part here. Ready? This is the money shot. When I'd come around this corner, when I was building it, that was literally the shot I went back to over and over and over again. Was literally looking at that shot. And it's so cool to see finally with like all the water done and that sort of stuff. So let's just ride it. I know a lot of people have been keen for me to release the POV videos, and I'm sorry about that delay, but yeah, this video has taken up a lot of my time, sadly. But yeah, no, it's going to be very interesting to see how many people download this, whether it's as popular as these videos have been. I know a lot of people have been tuning in and checking them out, and it's been really cool to see. So it's going to be cool to see if people stopped watching and went and downloaded this park themselves, or they sat here and went through the walkthrough with me. But without further ado, here is the Wild West Falls coaster, a world exclusive right here, right now. So there you go. What do you think? That's, I think, the first time I've shown it in its complete form. But yeah, that's pretty much the basic of the big rides that we go on. So now it's time to explore the rides that I don't think a lot of us go to unless you're got kids or stuff like that. But that part of the park was very hard to get right in scale wise, as I knew I couldn't just start with that ride and then work my way backwards. It literally was, we had to get through this whole park before we could even attempt that, because it just made more sense that was the end of the thing, and just to make it worth it. And I feel like if we had started there, it probably wouldn't have looked like that at all. I know a lot of this part of the park is very big and open, and it was very weird when I got to this point, and like the spacing of things was a bit weird. But I think we made it work, and it's going to be cool to finally give it to you guys to download and play around and see what you think. Here's my favorite burger joint, as I keep saying. That's pretty much just me and my brother's thing, is ride the roller coasters over and over and over again. Go there, get a good feed, sit down. It's a nice shaded area, and relax. Before we go into the Warner Brothers Kids area, let's check out the Police Academy Stunt Show. Oh, there's another pause moment. So this part, it would be cool to see someone try and recreate the Lights Camera Action show. And that's pretty much what this whole park is designed for, it's the blueprint for you to pretty much do what you want with it, and it's going to be cool. Just as always, all I ask is make sure you send me photos. Make sure you tag me and stuff, and I even might have a thing where if you build it and upload the blueprint, I'll include it in this park, but we'll talk about that later. Right now, this is the Police Academy Stunt Show. So yeah, I remember watching that as a kid, and that was always my favorite part, was the heat of that final explosion. And you would always know, because they'd do a couple of shows a day, and you could be anywhere in the park and it would literally be, you'd hear the helicopter going. Okay, calm down. And then you would just see this massive fireball explode. So here's another exclusive. Here's the Warner Brothers Kids area. So last time you would have seen this. This was all blocked off. If anyone can attempt a rabbit's foot and do a better job at the rabbit's foot, please do it, and just save the blueprint and upload it so that I can put it in the park, because I could not get the rabbit's feet for this part. Didn't know what to do for this whole area, as that's why I kind of left it for use. But then thankfully, a lovely subscriber commented on one of my videos when I asked should I finish it, and they said yep, finish it, and that was enough for me to be like, oh, okay. So this was a week of building. So got the nice little soaking area to get the kids drenched and wet with the big dunk tank up the top there. I wanted to have this ride here, as you've seen in the little build before. It was me trying to build it myself, but I just knew that this part of the park didn't have many rides for kids. So in order to have kids come to the park, you need to have these sort of rides for people to bring their kids for. So it was cool to put that ride in and fit it in there. It could have been a lot better, but yeah, no, let's just jump straight on the Roadrunner roller coaster. can use a lot of work. That's what I'll say right now. This was pretty much just a quick rough-in build when I designed it, just to fit this tiny space. I didn't want to make this have to readjust the sizing, so it was good to try and fit as much of this in as I could. But yeah, I think it turned out really nice. The problem is that it's very janky. As you all know, the roller coasters aren't really designed for tiny blueprints, as the cars are so big. Like if you look at the Dragon car, it'll pretty much clip into each other, and that's as small as I could get it. But let's ride it now, and we'll talk about it after. So that was the Road Runner roller coaster. Hopefully you enjoyed it. As I told you, it is very, very janky and flicks you around. But yeah, hopefully one of you might be able to smooth it out, or I might have to do it again later. So as you can see here, I put a nice little homage there in the background for the Looney Tunes river ride. This is where you used to access it back here. But it's now just a little viewing area for people on the roller coaster. So as you can see, it's kind of based off of the real thing, but it's very loosely like related to it. I just didn't want to kind of copy it, because I know, as I said, other people have done a really good job at it. But let's just take a quick little break and jump on this little Ferris wheel and experience it for ourselves. I think I might ride... No, I'll just ride one of the horses. So yeah, as I said, that's a fun little ride for people to jump on. So coming over here, yes, we will get to the driving school in a second, just leave it. I still wanted to have parts of this park where you could create yourself. So as you can see here, we have the little go-karts thing. I can't remember the name of that, sorry. I'll probably put it up here as a title as well. Most of my family videos on VHS are literally me and my brother riding this as little kids, and then the Tweety Bird ride. So this was very hard to recreate. I was once again just going to put a random blueprint inside of the park, but I thought, you know what, I'm just going to create this from scratch. So as you can see here, it's closed off, but we can go in. So I tried to recreate in my own Planet Coaster style the room itself. Obviously it could use a lot of work. I wish we had custom roller coaster pieces. That would be a nice DLC thing to try and download our own stuff. But yeah, hopefully you enjoy it. As you can see here, this building here definitely is a blueprint for other parts of this area, if you know what I mean. So if you are gonna jump in this and try to finish off this kids area, please go for it. You can see a huge boulder there. That's pretty much just going to be the end of the video, showing you guys what you can do. So moving on to that, I suppose I can just tell you now. So this train right here, let's just jump the fence. I've got the blueprint for already, right? So here it is here. This is pretty much the train set up on its track. It's a roller coaster, but it just rolls around, right? I was just going to leave this blank, but I wanted to give you the blueprint for you to design something. So this is a tiny space. It's really stacks on top of each other with the Tweety Bird ride right next to it. But it'd be so cool to see what you create in this small space. And it'd be interesting to see if you can create something without having to delete stuff. So as I said, the challenge is out there, and I would be more than happy to upload it into this actual park if you show it off to me. And the other thing is my official challenge. So this will be added onto the workshop separately. It is the driving school challenge, and it's going to be, this whole box will be uploaded onto the workshop, and I literally am putting out the call for you guys to design your own driving school inside of there. And it'd be cool to see what you come up with inside of that park. I'm going to let the competition run for about maybe a month or two and see like how many people we get to drop all of their things, and then we'll review all of them, and then we'll let you guys vote on which one should be uploaded in the thing. I'll of course have a stab as well. I think that would be cool to see who's gets put into the park officially. But yeah, no, that's coming soon. So as you can see here, I also put these fake trees, which I think helps with the depth of moving it around. Hopefully we can see it get dunked. I'm not sure. So this whole part of the park was completed in a week, so you have to forgive how messy it might be and how rushed it might be. As I said, this is probably something in the park that I will come back to later on, but as for now, I think I just need a break from at least Movie World. So I think I had a whole dunk sequence. I'm not sure what's going on. So this pretty much just plays in the background while you're walking around and stuff like that. There we go. So as you can see, it would absolutely drench them. So we're moving on now. Of course, I had to put a nice little message on the back of this sign. Always remember to have a great day. That's my biggest thing I always say at the end of my videos is make sure you're having a great day, because we have built a nice little community here. And as I've always said, if you ever need like someone to talk to, please reach out, because like it is literally this community that's helped me finish this park off and get through it. And yeah, it's been a journey, and like I'm very thankful to every one of you that have gotten me through this, pushed me to finish it. I know some other people have tried to build this park and have sort of given up and failed on it, but it's interesting to see it completely finished now. So as you can see here, the Dune Delights area, thanks to my brother and his photos, is finished. So as I was mentioning before, this is, oh, quick, another pause, don't move, don't let it break. Oh, it's still, oh, I thought it was going to go then, that was close. This is where me and my brother put our stuff in the lockers. So that's pretty much just where we go straight to when we start, and then just straight into the park. So what have we got next? Oh, we have pretty much the back of Main Street. So we have the homage there at the end of the huge shade sail. I wanted to keep that in as like a way to say like, look, it could have a shade sail onto it. I don't want to have 600 poles going over it. So that's why that's there. So As you can see here, we have not Ben and Jerry's. I don't know if they've replaced it. They might have just put a generic thing now there to replace it, but yeah, I can't remember if they've just put a new name on it or something. But it's cool to get ice cream from there. I love getting the honeycomb ice cream from there. It's a nice little treat when we're leaving. So back on the main street, here is the Roxy Theatre with my obviously self-plugging poster for Huntress of Hell. I'm not sure if any of you have checked that out, but that was my attempt at building a movie inside a Planet Coaster. So it was cool to try to do a trailer with the pieces we had on the studio park. So as you can see, the Roxy Theatre is complete, and this will be the next challenge. So challenge number 3, I think we're at, is filling in this empty building. So I pretty much built this as like a blueprint to try and show you, hey, this is what you could put in here if you wanted to. So it's kind of like a pre-show ride area. If you really wanted to, it'd be cool to see what people could create in this small space. That's why I think it's cool if I filled it in, had it sort of thing, but it's not really a show or nothing like that. I try to do it, but yeah, I ran out of time for this one. So as you can see here, we can take a sneak peek through the door. We have the massive 3D theater ready to go, and then guests can pretty much watch their 3D movie. Not sure what you'll do with this part. You might leave this part, you might not. But yeah, then pretty much just back out onto Main Street. So this is another one of my favorite views from the park, is coming around this corner and seeing the Batwing and the Superman Escape. I was going to replace the Batwing with one of the actual rides that you can shoot up with, but it was too skinny for what we were doing. I know that it would look cool to be able to ride it, but yeah, it was just a little bit weird. That's up to you if you want to replace it. So here's another one of my favorite rides with the Justice League the Ride, I think it's called. This was a fun ride to recreate just for the screens alone. Like, I know the screens were very hard to recreate, but as you can see, they're all off now. Otherwise, we would not be able to walk through this park. So that's pretty much a warning to you. This is why we've been stuttering, is because this video's been playing. No wonder. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what you guys do with this sort of area. Whether you remix it, you might turn it back into the old Batman ride. I don't know. But yeah, let's just jump on the Justice League ride.
Prepare for teleportation. Join Starro! Great job. I'm teleporting you to Metropolis. Supergirl and Wonder Woman need your help. Where am I? Starro! Help us win. Join Starro now! Become us!
Don't worry, I've got it!
Now let's get you to Central City to help the Flash.
A spore swarm is headed this way! Let's do this!
Larger spacecrafts landing up ahead.
Road closed. Do not enter. Go back.
Thanks for the backup. I bet anything this is Star on the Conqueror's command ship. I'll get us inside. Superman, we could use your help. Join Starro. Hit the spore on his face, now!
ship is critical. It could blow any second. We need to get you out of there. Let's move.
Couldn't have defeated Starro to save the world without you. You're all true heroes, and now honorary members of the Justice League.
Congratulations.
So yeah, obviously the screens, as I said, only played when the video runs. When the ride runs. Literally because you would not be able to walk around this park. So obviously this way leads to the two rides that I get asked the most questions about, and that is the DC Rivals and Green Lantern coaster. So at the moment I have the blueprint down there for you of where DC Rivals starts, right? We'll show that a little bit more later, but I've left space for you to create that if you wish. As I said, we'll talk about that part later. So that pretty much wraps up all the rides, really. As I said, the Batwing you could replace if you wanted to. You don't have to, but you can. As you can see, it looks better being this, like, as big as this is. Otherwise, it just looks weird with the skinny, but that's up to you if you replace it. So yeah, that's pretty much the walkthrough completed. I'm pretty sure I've done most of the areas now. Anything else is more just for you to explore yourself. As I said, this park is already live on the workshop. Please download it. Please like and subscribe this video. Like, it would really help if I could get this seen by as many people as I can. But as I said, over 500 of you are now subscribed, and it's crazy to think that when we first started building this fountain right here, it literally was like maybe, what, 20, 30 subscribers I had. So it's really cool to see just the community we've built, all keen to see this completed, and they've literally stuck with this for a whole year. So I think it would be fitting to finish it where we started. So obviously, thank you all so much for watching this. It's been a real privilege to be able to say thank you in the only way I know possible, and it's literally by handing this over to you. I know a lot of people like to create this stuff and then just not release it, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the walkthrough. I'll probably do a fly through after this as well, just to really go over the backstage areas. But yeah, thank you for watching this walkthrough. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, me. So as you can see, we're just going to be doing a fly through now, just to show you the areas that I couldn't show you before. And we're just going to start off here in probably the most requested part that I wanted to put off so badly, was the car park. I know a lot of people were like, are you going to do the car park? And I always said no. But it ended up being, when I was filming episode 100, it was this episode, that it literally dawned on me that I was like, I can't do an over-the-top like entrance video and not have a like front entrance. How am I going to just do that? So it ended up being, I started off with the little bit of the turnstiles, then I came back a little bit more and went back a little bit more and got to the garden beds. Then I kept going and kept going to the car park. Initially, this was going to be the spawn point for the guests, was going to be where they would come out of the bus and just go straight in there, and it would be funny to watch it like a circus car sort of thing, with just hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of guests coming out of the bus. Like, it'd be cool. Like clown car, sorry, not a circus car. But yeah, as I was saying before, we'll start over here. This is the marshes. As you can see, one click and it can be all be deleted. Okay, so once you do that, once you delete that tile, it's pretty easy for you to put in the DC Rivals. It's going to be very interesting to see how people implement it and how people put it in. As I said, it's not really something that I wanted to build, as I just think there are so many good recreations of it, and I think that so many other people have done a better job, that it wasn't really like me. Like, I'm more better at going over the top, like with the Wild West Falls or the Scooby-Doo, like more like interior and more like that sort of stuff, not roller coasters themselves. As many people know, I've still got to go over the Superman escape and smooth that out. Like, it's that whole building process is very hard to me, so I really wanted to focus on that. And obviously this area here is very open for you to put in the Green Lantern coaster as well. And I've even added right here the little exit for you to put the path in. The path in is already underneath that part, so it's literally easy for your guests. Just to, they'll come in, they'll go out, and they'll walk out that exit. So that's pretty much them sorted. With the new Flash coaster that's being built in the middle of the Superman Escape, I was going to leave that in, but I feel like I could have did that in a separate video. So that'll probably be another video coming soon of me building that blueprint to go in there, as that's pretty much just going to be one of my next videos will be, as I already said, remixing the Superman Escape and updating it to my sort of style. Oh, everyone pause, nobody move. Saving again. So you don't know how many times I've been building something, it does that, my game crashes, and it's like, oh no, not again. But yeah, I'll probably put that in when I redo Superman Escape, so look out for that one next. Let's go into the backstage area here. So this part here, as I said, will be really cool to see people implement the Wizard of Oz area. I know I've dabbled in a couple of things. There are a couple of Easter eggs in the park that I've left for keen people to sort of flash out. I know one of them is filming in the back here, and the other one is filming in here if you download it and have a look for yourself. As always, the Scooby-Doo poster that we all seen when we would come over this lift hill would always be there, the Scooby-Doo coaster. And the other stuff here is pretty much just from my upcoming Studios park that I've pretty much had in my catalogue for the past 2 years now, and I've been too scared to release it. So as I said, this part is probably the funnest I've had to do, is pretty much just going into all these backstage areas and looking. This is probably my favourite thing to do. So I've always wanted to do the studio tour when I go to Movie World next. The problem is waking up that early because as you all know, I work night shifts, so it's very hard for me to try to recreate something. Let's get this going so I can just show you how cool this ride is when it's oops, I suppose I better click off the ride. Sorry, as I said, this is as raw as it gets, this video. It's pretty cool to see. So as you can see, building it all on top of each other so that it worked so seamlessly was probably the most fun and most challenging part of this build. Getting the scale right of this building on the top so that it looked nice, finding the little trees to make it look really like the depth was going like really crazy. It was so hard to do, but looked so good. And I think it's so cool to see that so many of yous loved what I did with this ride, and pretty much any ride that I did. I think that that's probably been the most best part about this experience, is just how yous have all let me create this how I wanted to create it. I know that a lot of other Planet Coaster videos have a lot of feedback when it comes to different rides, and they like it done their way, and it makes a lot of creators turn off. But like, I can honestly say, I don't think I've had one person that's whinged about how I've built stuff. They've always been supportive, and it's been so like helpful, especially when like I'm sitting there trying to create a video and I'm struggling, and it's literally just reading the comments that like people are so excited for me to finish this park. So as I've said, it's finished now, so it's all yours to download. It's going to be cool to see what you think when you actually ride these rides, whether they meet your expectations still. But yeah, as I said, it's cool to be able to, as it's cool to watch Thanos, I finally understand what he meant when he's like, now I can rest, because this was a stressful period, but yeah, I believe we did a really, really good job at this, and I'm so happy. As I said, I constantly walk through this park with just a big smile on my face, and it's really rewarding to me to be able to finally be able to hand it over. So as I didn't show off in my walkthrough, I completely forgot to walk around to this part. Look at this viewing area. Oh, it's so good just to be able to come along here, sit here. I'd probably sit on this bench right here, I reckon. I put a lot of these spawn points here so people will actually walk up here to take photos. I know it's hard to get guests to move around certain parts of the park, but I believe that should make them come up. I haven't tested it. As I know, there are a lot of areas where people click through a lot of things, but yeah, sorry, I'm just waiting for it to drop. I can't remember. I think you know when it's coming because, yeah, the geyser there blows up first. So there you go. They get absolutely drenched on my ride. It cracks me up every time. But yeah, that's pretty much that part of the park built. So yeah, this is pretty much the backstage area for this. I didn't want to go over the top, as I said, like the park was getting already a bit sketchy with how many times it was crashing, so I was like, let's try and keep this to a minimum backstage. So yeah, this is pretty much the ride as I was explaining through on the walkthrough that I'm giving you to recreate. This is challenge number 1. It'd be cool to see what people recreate. This is the main channel challenge. This is going to have its own video of can you recreate something inside of this building. If we just go inside of it now, it's a huge space, but it's tiny. So it's going to be very interesting to see what people can create in that tiny blueprint. And as I said, the winner will get uploaded into the park as voted for by all of you, and it's going to be cool to implement one of your designs in the park. So as you can see here with this building too, I kind of took my own design liberties as it was a really tiny area. I thought like, oh yeah, like the ride operator would want shade. I didn't want to put the rocket and all sort of stuff. I thought that the explosion more fitted with my sort of build style. I know that a lot of people have been happy with how I've just decided to build rides, and yeah, no, as I said, I'm very happy with this roller coaster. It could be a lot better. It could be a lot more smooth, but it is what it is. Like, I can't really do much about that with how things are. So yeah, no, so that's pretty much episode 100 completely finished. As I said, I'll leave them nice little Easter eggs that are definitely not in here, wink wink. But yeah, it's going to be cool to see when you guys finally download this what you think. As I said, like it's completely in your hands now. I'm going to stop talking as I keep telling you. I'm just so excited to get this out and get it released. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you so much for sticking with it. I know I've said it a million times this video, but seriously, thank you, thank you, thank you. As always, thank you for watching. Download the park yourself. Let me know what you think down below. Leave a like, share it. As I said, I'm trying to get this to as many people as I can to really like get this out there and show people, and hopefully even Movie World themselves see it. But as always, most importantly, have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.